And we are live. Hi, everyone. I'm here with
Hi.
Edgar. Hi, Edgar. How are you?
Hi, I'm very good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Okay, Edgar, we'll come back to you in a minute. I just want to give our viewers a chance to sign on, so we'll just give them a few minutes. But okay, everyone, let us know. Hi. Don't hesitate to, feel free to comment and make a comment below. I don't see any comments yet, so come on, let's see them. Maybe there's a delay. We'll go with that.
Do
But
they
anyway,
show up Oh, yeah, they do
oh,
show up here.
yeah, they do. Sometimes there is a delay and I don't see them for a few minutes. So I get nervous that no one's here. But I know people are here because we have Mustafa. Hey, Mustafa, how are you? Okay, so I'm Jessica. I'm so distracted. Okay, I'm the social media and community manager at University of the People, and welcome to our live event today. I'm here with Edgar. He's our fabulous student, and he's getting his MBA with us. And we'll go into more details in a few minutes, but I want to remind everyone that you still have time to save your spot for next term. So don't forget to go to the description of this event and copy the link and paste it into your browser. If you have any questions, you can always contact us on social media, or you can email admissions@uopeople.edu, but we're always here to answer any questions. So crazy corona times happening. What's we'll get into the interview, the real questions in a minute, but what's going on in Portugal with COVID?
I came to a very secluded area in the south where there's not a lot of population, which means there's not a lot of cases. But we're kind of in a very good place compared to the rest of Europe, because Europe is very bad right now. And just an hour from here, we have Spain, which is the sixth biggest country in terms of cases, corona cases. So it's really bad there. Here is not that bad. We have like under 1,000, so maybe like 600, 700 cases every day.
Okay, it's still not good. It's definitely better than what's happening in other places. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, well, stay safe out there. Okay, so I think we've let people come on. So for those of you who don't know, this is Edgar. He's getting his MBA, and he is hilarious. I can't wait to actually get into the questions. But don't forget, guys, that at University of the People, nothing has changed. Everything has remained the same. We're still able to work around the clock to provide you with the best education possible. So COVID has not affected UO People. You can still study, take your exams, no problem. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about University of the People and a little bit about the MBA degree program, and then we'll ask Edgar some questions. So, what can I tell you about University of the People? We are 100% online, so you can study anywhere, anytime. All you need is an internet connection. We are tuition free, not free, but we do not collect a yearly tuition. We do offer grants and scholarships to those who may need financial assistance. And what else can I tell you? We have over 44,000 students who from over 200 countries and territories, so very diverse student body. Because of that, we offer an English composition courses to catch you up to speed if English is not your first language. So don't worry if you feel like your English isn't good enough. We will help you with that, of course. And of course, we do have a very strong academic leadership team from the top universities around the world: NYU, UC Berkeley, Princeton, University of Edinburgh, just to name a few. Full list on our website. Okay, so what can I tell you about our MBA program? If those of you are interested in studying our MBA program, it is the program is designed for both business and community leadership. We take a hands-on approach in all our courses. So the students are really set up to thrive in businesses, industry, government, nonprofit management positions. The MBA program introduces methods for improving productivity, responsiveness, quality, customer client satisfaction, and you need to demonstrate that you've completed your undergraduate degree. You need to have your English proficiency and at least 2 years of work experience and 1 reference letter. So that's the MBA program in less than 2 minutes, an overview in less than 10 minutes. So Edgar is studying his MBA, and he's going to talk a little bit about that. But first, Edgar, can you tell us a little bit about your background? Where do you live? Let's just go for it.
Great. Hi, everyone. I have a couple of friends here, Vinit and Preet. Hi. Hola a todos. There are some people who say they don't speak English. We can sure translate it to all the languages we can get. That will take 7 hours. So, hello, I am Edgar Cardoso. I am 28 years old, and I am from Portugal. I currently live in my home country after studying and working abroad for 10 years. I have studied and worked as a performing artist, mostly as a pianist, but also as a singer, actor, dancer, and teacher in Germany, UK, USA, China, and 3 cruise ships. After spending 7 months at my parents' house during the pandemic, I decided I couldn't wait any longer to go abroad, and I accepted a job as a music teacher in a very sunny and warm southern region of Portugal, where I will be staying for the academic year. Today's my day off, so I can be here in the middle of the afternoon.
Thank you so much for joining us on your day off. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm not at the beach because of you.
Now, Edgar, I have a question. Were you in China before this?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
What was China like? I mean, you were in a hot spot.
I was there when it all started.
What was that like?
Well, everyone was kind of not believing in anything that was going on. Things were starting to close down. I had quite an amazing life because I feel like I was earning more than I deserved.
You deserved it all.
I had an amazing job and I had a great lifestyle there, but then things started shutting down, and you really see the craziness of the place when suddenly you are taken the job away from you and you are taking your apartment away from you, and you kind of have to leave the country because people are being locked in houses. So it was going really well, and then suddenly everything just stopped, and
wow.
I went back home to wait for a little week, for like 3 weeks or 4, I don't know, and then it just never stopped. But yeah, I love China. I think it's a fascinating country, even though it was quite a struggle to start with. But I felt like now I knew the rules of the game, how to play the game there. But unfortunately, I had to come back. But I will be going there as soon as they open the borders. So stay tuned.
Wow, that is crazy. I cannot imagine being in China when this whole thing happened.
Yeah, especially coming back to Portugal and saying, I just came back from China. And people are like, ah!
Yeah, they're like, okay, you're so funny. Okay, so maybe you can talk about why you decided to study at University of the People.
Okay, so 2020 has been a very frustrating year for everyone. I had a fantastic job as a musical theater teacher in China with a great salary and great lifestyle, as I said. The outbreak started right there, so I was left without a job and an apartment way sooner than most people that I know. I came back to Portugal to wait for it to be over, and just as we here in Portugal started the lockdown, about March, the middle March, China closed its borders. So I found myself in Portugal with 2 master's degrees. I already had 2 master's degrees in music and education. And I realized I couldn't do much with them at that point because schools were closed. There were no music performances at all. So I was kind of like, I am very well educated, but I can't seem to find anything to do right now with everything locked down, you know. And I used to follow this very famous Instagrammer called Nas Daily.
Oh, we know Nas.
He does a few partnerships with UOP, with the University of the People, and he said I love his videos, and he used to post a lot of travel videos, and now he's more into motivational stuff because he can't travel himself right now. And he said in one of his videos that in these difficult times, it is important to focus on studies and get some new tools for tomorrow. And that video somehow lit a fire in me and led me to seek for an online certification that could open new professional doors. So I decided to take an MBA because everyone would talk about MBA and how an MBA is so general. It can teach you so much about, I don't know, adult life. I am loving it so far. It's been one of the greatest decisions I've made this year, for sure.
I'm so happy to hear that. So you basically decided to pursue an MBA because you already, you already had 2 master's degrees and you felt like it wasn't going to take you anywhere at the time.
Yeah, from all the thousands of job applications I made this year, it seemed kind of not enough. I studied for 9 years in colleges and universities, and but jobs seem to get more and more specific, and people still very much frown upon an arts-related professional background. So you are a musician, and.
But I don't know. Why is that? I don't understand. I'm very open-minded, so it's hard for me to understand why anyone would frown upon those types of degrees.
Well, people that don't inform themselves, they still don't know there are actual college degrees in music. There are doctorate degrees in music. But people seem to be like, what? Is there like a bachelor's degree in music? That's what I did. And then I did a master's in music performance and one in music education. And people are like, that's a lot of music. Can you do anything else? So
okay, I understand. I mean, I don't understand, but I do understand.
Yeah, I feel like I have to have something to prove. So I decided to find certificates online, and I joined some courses online, but I wanted to take it a little bit more seriously. So I decided to pursue a degree that would be affordable, because at that point I was not earning anything. I didn't have any funds from China. China did not give me any unemployment support, and I never worked in Portugal, so I didn't have unemployment in Portugal. So I was like really getting zero for like, where's the camera? Zero. For like 7 months.
I understand. Okay, so all right. Well, I'm so happy you found Nas Daily. He is a really great advocate for University of the People. Maybe you could talk about the challenges, some of the challenges that you faced in life or getting a higher education. They kind of go together sometimes. So I'll let you take it from there.
Yeah. Continuing the conversation about being a performer and how that is viewed, I studied for 9 years in university. That's if I had studied 9 years of economy or computer science, right now I think I would be very well off and have a very nice status. But because I did everything in music, it's kind of like, we musicians always have to prove it on the spot. We are hired with auditions, with videos, and not with degrees. So I was taking all that training for my own training, for my own experience, for my ability. And I believe that we should pursue higher education to obtain knowledge and to be aware of what is going on in life, because this year is proving everyone that like being super specific and super specialized does not really work anymore. That's my view. I'm sure there are people that are completely against this view, but I think we have to be versatile and adapt to several possibilities. Like, for example, if schools close for 6 or 7 months, what are you going to do if you're a teacher? So a year like this was making me reflect on whether it has been tremendously risky to invest my whole life in performing arts. And another thing, I am also constantly fighting habits and routines. And the MBA, pursuing an MBA out of nowhere, has been one of the most fascinating challenges of this year. Because in order to get to University of the People, I had my bachelor's degree, I had my reference as an academic scholar, because I believe I'm quite strong at academic work. I love studying, which is rare, I imagine, but I do. And I feel like you don't really need a huge background in economy or management to pursue this degree, but you do need a lot of guts and passion to, like, okay, let's dive in something completely out of nowhere. And it's been great.
Okay, yeah. I'm so happy to hear that. So maybe you could talk about how the University of the People is 100% online. So how has that flexibility helped you?
Well, no better example of the benefits of online education than this year, 2020, and COVID-19. It has really been amazing to be able to open my computer at whatever time I want and study and do assignments for as long as I want. But yet, the tight assignment schedule at UOP really pushes us to do plenty of research and refine our academic writing in a very intensive way. Despite my former 4 degrees, I had never had so much work for a degree like now with this MBA. And that's partly because I'm starting a new field out of nowhere, yeah. But it's also people that think online degrees are vacation should really consider trying out an academic term with UOP to really understand the work needed.
I hear that a lot. Yeah, a lot of students say that they're like, it's not so easy. It's school. It's a university. It's a degree. People do need to be serious and dedicated, for sure. I definitely agree.
I think University of the People is kind of known for being very acceptive. Lots of people come in with no background, like me. I have no background in an MBA. But for example, in my first term, out of the whole class, I had like a class of almost 20 people, and only like 8 survived the first term, which kind of shows that yes, you have the opportunity to try it out, but a lot of people will feel overwhelmed. So I would say don't go into an online education thinking you can just do it whenever. I mean, you can do it whenever, but you still, every week, you still got to do a lot of things.
Right. And when you started, you took foundations, or is this your first term?
I'm currently on my 2nd term.
Okay, so when you started, you took a foundations course, and one of them kind of helps prepare you for online learning. Is that correct, or am I mistaken?
I believe with a master's degree, because I showed proficiency. We don't have the English writing courses, which I believe would be very useful to some people, because I get to read some things from peers. I have I have way too many degrees. That's why I would thank University of the People for not putting me through English writing. But I feel like it's very useful to people that are not used to it, because we have a lot of assignments. We have a lot of written assignments, and sometimes people are not really prepared for that kind of routine of writing.
Right.
But it is so good for us. It helps us communicate better in life, because you're able to articulate more your thoughts.
Yeah, right. And you're thinking and writing in different ways. So what do you plan on doing with your degree from UO People?
Good question. We will see. Whatever people want to do. Well, this MBA has taught me a lot about business, accounting, management, and marketing to start off with. And I believe every professional should have the basics of what is taught in this degree. I firmly believe that. With an MBA, I can potentially aim at management positions, which already came across to me in the past, but I had no previous knowledge about it. So I felt like I could never take such position. And also opportunities to create my own business, maybe in the future. That varies from country to country. So you kind of have to adapt the ideas you get from the American education that we get at University of the People, and kind of adapt to your country. But I have become so much more aware of the structure of a business and how to act within an organization, which is also very important. How to act as a professional in life, how to act in a company, how to deal with co-workers. And we are taught the very basics of all of that, which some are like common sense, but others are like, oh, I see. Okay. So I believe I'm already using it. I'm already using the degree in my advantage in my workplace. So yeah, it's been quite a foundation training for adult life, I think.
Well, that's so great to hear, Edgar. I want to introduce you to Elena. I don't know if this is so funny. Elena, hi, Margarola. I interviewed Elena a few weeks ago, and I forgot that she is also a singer and dancer. So another friend of you. Elena, I tagged Edgar on Instagram, so you guys should connect. Oh, yes. I'm like connecting Edgar with all the musical people today. And I don't think Alex is here, but sometimes he shows up. I sent him a message on Instagram that he should tune in. But Alex was another person I interviewed, and he's also into performing arts. I'm like trying to connect all the performing arts people.
Okay. Artists of the University of the People.
Oh, I love that. Oh, all the artists comment below. We can have a little community. I love it. A little sub-community. Okay, so can you maybe talk about your experience at University of the People, the courses you've taken, instructors that you've had, interaction with peers, and so forth?
Great. I have now taken some courses with wonderful names: managerial accounting, organizational theory and behavior, financial management, and marketing management. All of these sound super fancy, but I feel like they're the basics for any adult life. How to act in an organization, how to market yourself and market your business, how to take care of your finances, which is really important, and we never learn at school. Any school, from all the friends I have, people say, like, I wish we would be taught at school how to do taxes, for example. And because I lived in so many places, I had to deal with taxes in so many places, and it's just, I was always kind of, taxes, no. And now I know.
I hear you. I still don't know anything about taxes, so maybe I can take that course.
Take the course. Financial management. So every week for every course, we have 3 to 4 assignments to complete. So we have 2 courses per term. So kind of every week we have 6 assignments to complete. Six written assignments. That's a lot of research and writing involved, because we can't just write our own words. We have to do some research, find some different authors that say contrasting things, and then put them all together and make our own thoughts. That takes a while. Every week. I was lucky to be super unemployed when I did my first term. So the shocking phase, the shock phase was kind of, I had all the time in my life to do these assignments. And I did spend like 3 to 4 days full time doing University of the People every week.
Wow.
Now that I have a full-time job, I'm kind of managing it better because I'm more in the process. And we get to interact with peers from all over the world. And when I say all over the world, it's really all over the world. I was in a group with people from Yemen, South Africa, Ethiopia, Uganda, and another one from Colombia, Vietnam, China, US. It's really all over the world.
Yeah.
Due to the specifications of the assignments, because sometimes we are asked to talk about our culture, our backgrounds, so we get to read a lot about, for example, businesses in South Sudan, or a personal experience in the rural side of China. So yeah, we get to read fascinating things every week.
Well, it's so interesting. And what has been your favorite course so far, just out of curiosity?
Right, I would say that the shock phase was also fascinating in a way. One of the first courses, managerial accounting. I practiced this word so I wouldn't fail it here in the live. Managerial, I don't know if you say it that way, but it's managerial accounting, was fascinating to me. As I said, I've always been afraid of the money numbers. I have never understood a thing about taxes and finances in general. And this course made it all approachable to us. And we have to do like small calculations every week. And the results obtained every week through the assignments were very rewarding. So every week we're like, oh, I can now do like the ratio of whatever the dividend, calculate the dividends and the percentage of taxes and depreciation. Wow, I had never heard of these words before, honestly. I've always been, taxes. I mean, if you want to take taxes from me, do whatever you need, but I don't want to know. And now I can, for example, understand financial statements and produce comprehensive financial evaluations, which is amazing. I'm very proud of it, as you can see.
Wait, is this your friend Venetia?
Venita?
Venita?
Yeah.
Venita, you're a good friend.
Number one salesman, yes.
You are.
I'm all about online education. And
yeah, Edgar.
You know, a lot of people go for the status of schools. And for example, my mom, it keeps telling me you should not be doing online education because no one will take it seriously. I keep reminding me what was my first goal with coming to University of the People? To learn. My first goal was to learn new things, to have new tools for tomorrow, like Nas Daily said. Get new tools for tomorrow. That's not getting a paper saying, oh, you went to Harvard, you paid $100,000 for like a 2-year degree, and now you're in debt for 20 years. I thought my goal is to learn. So if University of the People is the most approachable place I can find, because it is literally the most approachable place. People will communicate with you, and they will make the entrance process, the enrollment process, as easy as possible. And it is very affordable for people like us in Europe, which are not used to the thousands of dollars spent in online education, because here courses are near free, like they're almost free universities. But to get an American education, because I would love to come back to the US, so getting an American education that is at an affordable price was ideal for me. And if people still don't have that good of an image about online education, they will, because in 10 years, with all these remote works and remote classes, it's here to stay. That's what I believe. And in a few years, it will be very much taken as seriously as it should.
For sure. There's definitely a shift happening. So with that shift, what is your most memorable moment at University of the People so far?
Okay, I thought about this.
Okay.
There was a group activity for this managerial accounting. And it was a very painful task, because imagine when you're grouped with people that wake up when you go to bed. And there are people who are halfway into their day when you wake up. So they've already sent you everything, and now they're going to work. And when you are doing your studies, people are working, and then others are sleeping. And it's just, yeah, very tough. We had to deliver a PowerPoint presentation. Now, it sounds, easy. You just have to do some slides. But instead of doing a written assignment, just like the other assignments, we had to show synthesis, because you can't put too many words in a presentation. But you had to tackle a lot of information. It was kind of a review of the whole course. So my group was spread over 5 continents. It had some dramatic moments, lots of conflict of ideas, because, we come from different backgrounds. We've studied different things. We view these things like, because we have to do our own research, we have things that we say, but I saw it this way. And another person says, no, I saw it this way. And people are not always available when we really need them. And the presentation was dramatically changed, like 5 or 6 times in 3 weeks. But in the end, we obtained the highest grade possible.
Ooh, good job.
Damn. So all the group conflicts, like we were like near, all the group conflicts made it worth it in the end, because everyone was so shocked and so happy. We kept congratulating each other for like hours on WhatsApp. We're like, I can't believe all this work, because we were like during sleepless nights trying to, how can we change this? And then we got the best grade, and it was just an amazing achievement.
I love that. And it's so cool that you guys were able to all come together, even though you're all living all over the world.
Yeah.
And so you're using WhatsApp usually in these group assignments?
We have group discussions that we can use. We have platforms on the University of the People Moodle.
Right, on Moodle. But then sometimes move it to WhatsApp?
Yeah, it's just that we don't get the notifications from that website, or at least I haven't found a way to get notifications. So getting it on WhatsApp was way more invasive to our lives. So whenever it was summer in Portugal. So whenever I was running on the beach and I would get a WhatsApp notification, I was like, oh my God, there's problems in my group. Someone from Yemen is saying that the one from Japan is not doing their work. So I have to come in and be like, what's going on?
You were the mediator.
What is going on in South Africa? I haven't seen South Africa for 3 months. For 3 days. It was days. But yeah.
That's crazy. Wow, what a world. That actually sounds kind of fun though.
We had like a group in another course. We had a Zoom chat, a Zoom meeting, and we were talking with Uzbekistan, USA, Colombia, South Africa, and Portugal. So again, all the countries, all the continents represented. I don't know if University of the People does it in a way, the logarithms, so that they group us with people from as far as possible. But yeah, it was fascinating. I was telling my mom, I just called someone from Uzbekistan about accounting.
That's so cool. So
Which is like,
because
wait, you're not playing piano?
wait, what? Sorry, you broke up. What did you say?
Yeah, so I was saying, I just called someone from Uzbekistan about accounting, and my mom would say, wait, aren't you supposed to be practicing piano today? Like, no, because I need to finish these taxes.
Oh, that's so funny. So
Yeah.
going back to the world, how the world is kind of changing, and people with COVID, people are transitioning to online education. What sort of tips would you have for students who are interested in transitioning to online education?
Mm-hmm. Well, to sum up kind of something that I said, I would say be prepared for a lot more work than you think. The fact that we do not have to step into a building to attend classes means that we need to compensate for it with a lot of written work. It's kind of as simple as that. We don't have to sit in classes. We don't have to actually go to a place, which is very convenient in these times because we're safe at home and we're not spending money on rent because we're not earning money back. It is a very independent format of learning. For those that are more, I consider myself social, but I'm also very independent. When it's up to work, I like doing my own work. So for people that are more into group study and all of that, it might seem as a shock, even a bigger shock in the beginning, because you have to do a lot of individual work, individual research. And we really need to become experts in online research, because we are giving study materials, but you have to complement it with, we have to complete our studies with things that we find for ourselves. But it is such a convenient method of learning, as we don't need to stick with what one teacher says. For example, if we are listening to a class, we take notes, but it's pretty much what that person said. Whereas when we're reading things online, we read something from the Times, but then we read the Harvard Business Review, and we're like, oh, wait, but I see how they're in common. Yeah, and we can complete our own perceptions with more and more research. And we don't need to leave our bed to learn.
This is true. You can learn in your bed. What beats learning in your bed?
I can wake up and do like a discussion forum and talk to Uzbekistan saying the taxes are not right. 2020.
What a year, 2020.
I believe online education is destined to be more and more accepted and represents the future of education. So I question myself, why not embrace it now and make the most of it while I have the time? Because I don't know if I will have the time in a few years. I might become a very successful manager. But if I don't make the most of the time that I have now, and a lot of us, unfortunately, have a lot of time and don't really know how to process having so much time, I would say get some tools for tomorrow.
Oh, I love it. You brought it back to the Nas video.
Exactly. It all comes back in full circle.
It all comes back to Nas. Wait, Edgar, Zahir has a great question for you. What
languages?
What languages? I couldn't speak. What languages do you speak?
我说中文. My Chinese is very weak right now because I forgot it, but I was learning it and I passed an exam. But I speak Portuguese as my native language. Olá a todos, sou Edgar de Portugal. I also speak Spanish. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Pero ya sé decir muchas cosas porque se entiende bien. And then French, because I learned at school. Bonjour, madame.
Wow.
Okay, I know more than that. But I can speak English. Also German, because I lived in Germany. and Italian, because I worked with opera. So I had to do a lot of Italian, French, and German. Wow, I sound very snobby, but yeah, I love languages. That's why I know them. I'm also a big nerd, so I study them a lot.
It's so cool. I only know English, and I would love to know other languages. I really feel like some people have an easy time picking languages up. I am not one of those people.
I feel like music kind of helps learning languages, because music is like another language, and I pick things, like I pick sounds very easily. Even though my accent is a bit weird, I pick sounds from other languages, and I like it. I'm challenged by it. Also, when I lived on cruise ships, on 3 cruise ships, like we have a lot of time at sea, and we don't have Wi-Fi. So I would buy these language books, and I would just do exercises like at school.
Oh, that's so cool.
I should have done my taxes instead. That would be much more useful this year. But
I think I should go work on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
Maybe not now, but in the future.
Because I'm sunbathing and doing my taxes.
You're just multitasking. Okay, so Edgar, I feel like we could talk for days, but maybe we should wrap it up. Okay. So thank you so much, Edgar, for joining me today. It's been a pleasure.
I'm sorry, people, that I didn't read the comments. I'm reading them now, but I was so excited speaking, and I talk a lot, but I will read them here.
Okay, we both talk a lot. It's a lot of talking. So,
but thank everyone for showing up and listening to this.
Thank you to our viewers for tuning in, as always. I saw a lot of new people, so thank you guys, and a lot of older faces or names, so thank you. Okay, so if you're an applicant, don't forget to save your spot for next term. I think Edgar did a great job talking about his experience at University of the People. So thank you so much, Edgar. And don't forget, guys, you can take a whole term at UO People, and you don't have to pay until the end. So end of the term. So what do you have to lose? All right, Edgar. Thank you so much for joining me today. You've been a pleasure, and I hope to see you soon.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, thank you. And everyone stay safe and calm and healthy. And remember that University of the People is here by your side, online, all day, all night.
That's it. All day, all night.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.
You too. Have a great day.
Bye, Edgar.
Bye.